Hey everybody, welcome back to Keeping It Real in the Kitchen. I'm Candace Cole. You know the routine. I wear my hair down. I talk a lot. It's not a quick, crazy recipe. I just, improv and tell you things that probably aren't necessary about the recipe, but the food tastes good, and that's what's awesome, and that's why you're here. Today you guys get to meet Stanley. This is Stanley. He is my ladle. But he's very cute, isn't he? I mean, he's the cutest ladle that I've ever had. I don't know about you, but I just like him, and he looks really cool when he's in here. All right, Stanley, let's get cooking. All right, you know what we're making. We are making Crock-Pot chicken noodle soup. Something about chicken noodle soup. You could want it because you're sick. You could want it because it's cold or chilly. It's not chili, it's chicken noodle soup, but you get the point. Something about chicken noodle soup just reminds you of mama. Or your dad. Maybe your dad made you chicken noodle soup, that's fine too. Or Chick-fil-A, because sometimes chicken noodle soup, don't go to Chick-fil-A and buy chicken noodle soup. We're gonna make it right now and you're gonna know how to make it. Simple, because we're using the Crock-Pot and it makes life easy. We have some ingredients here, all the good stuff for chicken noodle soup. Wine, I don't think Chick-fil-A is using wine in theirs. Maybe they are, I've never looked up the recipe. I'll have to check that out. Great thing about chicken noodle soups and Crock-Pots, well, soups in general, pretty much, you're not like pre-making a lot of stuff, you're pretty much dumping and just waiting. You just throw everything in here. It's great. So let's get to it. Let's go over the ingredients we need for our chicken noodle soup. We are gonna be using some egg noodles. We're gonna be using some white wine. You probably saw this first and you're like, oh, that's why I'm here. I mean, maybe. Winking owl, this is the really expensive stuff from Aldi, $2.97. We also have some chicken thighs. I bought one package. This is 2.5 pounds, a little less than 2.5 pounds. You just need chicken, like 8 chicken thighs is a good number. I don't know. We're gonna be using some celery. We have some carrots. I'm using the baby ones so I don't have to cut the big ones, but if you have the big ones, cut them, make them more bite-sized. We have an onion, one. We have some chicken broth. We have salt and rosemary if you have the time or know a great place to get fresh rosemary, like the branches of it. It's a beautiful idea. That is a great, I always forget that when I go to the store to buy fat, but this is good. I like rosemary. I don't know about you. It makes me happy. It smells like I'm really cooking. That's what you want to smell like. We're gonna start with pouring in our chicken broth. I do this so everything else I put in there is not gonna stick to the bottom. It doesn't really matter what order you put stuff in. It's just how I do it. We are using the whole container of our chicken broth. You can use low sodium, no sodium, sodium. It's up to you. Whatever you wanna put in it. It already smells like we're done. Done chicken noodle soup because I use chicken broth. For our carrots, we're gonna be using 1.5 cups of carrots. Time to measure how much that is. I mean, if you really like carrots, use more. No one's gonna be like, no, you used 2 cups of carrots. How could you do that? Gosh, I hope these were pre-washed. Oh, ready to eat, we're safe. Important to read labels. As for the celery, we are going to need to chop that up. I know, and we're gonna need to wash it too. Celery is always dirty, especially down at the bottom. I don't know if you've noticed that. You gotta wash it good. We're gonna use 2, maybe 3 ribs of celery. I know they're called ribs. Easy to remember, they kind of look like ribs. That's probably why they got it. 2 to 3, depending on you, how much celery you like. Some people like it extra vegetable-y. I kind of like celery when it's cooked. Sometimes I do, sometimes. Should I do 3? Do people want 3? I feel like people want 3. Maybe I'll do 2.5. Compromise, spice of life. Next, I'm gonna add my chicken because I just don't like it sitting out here. I'm weird. I am going to rinse this off. You can pat it dry as well and then plop it inside where the chicken goes. After you touch the chicken, anything that touches with your hands, the knives, anything that's chickeny, you gotta, clean so you don't get salmonella. I should have told you guys that the chicken is boneless and skinless, skinless thighs. Next, we're going to add up? I mean, it's not addition, it's not math. We're going to add our, well, I guess it is kind of math because I'm adding it to math and everything. So the next thing we're gonna do is chop up this onion. It's a medium white onion. You can use a yellow onion, it doesn't really matter. I don't know how red onion would taste in this, but I feel like no. So we are gonna chop this up. I'm gonna do big chunks because if anyone wants to pick out the onion, then they can, but when onion is cooked, you barely even taste it. Ever noticed that? I have. All right, let's do it. Onion. I like making them rainbows. Rainbow onions. It's just my thing. The rainbow onions. That could be a song. Sung by no one ever but me here for you. Gosh, you guys are so lucky. What's that? You want a new do? Stan. Oh my goodness. You look great. My crock-pot is 5 quarts. Didn't need that onion anyway. You don't need it all. I forgot to say we're gonna need pepper also. Salt and pepper to taste. Salt, I am using a coarse salt, which is cool because it's thicker and yeah, it's yummy. I'm just gonna sprinkle it in there. It's a coarse cold pepper again. It's a coarse kosher salt. I actually bought this from the Dollar Tree. Go me. You saw what I sprinkled in. As for the rosemary, I would say 2 to 3 like fresh sprigs. I don't have it fresh, so I mean, I gotta make up for it. We just gonna sprinkle this around till it looks pretty. Does that make sense? I'll show you an up close. I didn't forget about the wine. Did you think I did? I don't even drink wine. This is gonna be a fun situation where I try to open this. I'm not a wine fan. There have been some that I'm okay with, like a Moscato, but like a dry wine. I don't know, don't hate me. I saw a trick on YouTube. Oh, it's gonna work. We could try it. But where you take a lighter and you heat it up and it's supposed to pop the cork for you. This is where we prove YouTube right or wrong. I have found fire. Probably should have watched the video more recently. I don't know if you just kind of heat up around, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna heat up around it. If you don't have a corkscrew, this is supposed to work. Ow, fire's getting hot. Ow, ow, stop. Maybe I should watch a YouTube video. Is it doing anything? I think I gotta be more under, heat it up, under. Patience, Iago, patience. I feel like it's just in my mind that anything's happening. Fire's hot, don't play with fire. People are gonna watch this and be like, she wasn't a smoker. Ow! Nope, I wasn't. I've had this lighter for a really long time. It's lit a lot of birthday candles. I honestly think it's moving. Who's gonna drink the rest of this when I'm done? I think I hear people raising their hands. Oh, dang, I ran out of lighter fluid. Seriously? You're worse than your friend? Why did I even have you? 2 lighters down. I mean, I guess if you have no choice, then this is your life. Is it gonna just come out? No, it's gonna come half out. I mean, it's out, but the outside is still there. Okay, got it. I just melted it. Just on fire. Okay, yeah. I mean, worst case, if you really need to get in there. Hot. Let go of it, Candace. 2 years later, huh, guys? All right, let's add our wine. We are gonna add 1 cup of white wine. A splash for good measure. This white wine is a Pinot Grigio. That's what I'm using. Maybe I said that wrong. I'm not a wine drinker. Don't judge me. We are not adding the egg noodles just yet. No, we're not. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna take Stanley out because Stanley can't cook in there with the lid on. We're gonna cook this for 3 to 4 hours on high or 6 to 8 hours on low. Then we still need some time to add in the pasta, so you won't be done. You gotta add in your egg noodles, okay? So let's get it cooking for that amount of time and I'll see you after that. So the chicken noodle soup has been cooking for just about 4 hours. A great test to do is to grab a fork, stick it in a carrot, and if it's nice and soft, I mean, you can eat it. You know that it's done. We are not done just yet. We are gonna flip our crock pots over to low no matter what, whatever you've been cooking on. We're gonna take the chicken out because we're gonna need to shred up that chicken. So we're going chicken fishing. I mean, the chicken is falling apart. So we're gonna pull that out. Oh, I can smell the wine. Stan, do you smell that? That's probably why you're so close, huh? So now is where we add our egg noodles. We're gonna put 2 cups right inside our crock pot. We're gonna cook that on low for 10 to 15 minutes while we're shredding up this chicken. Now, if you're like me and you like really noodly chicken soup, you can add more than the 2 cups. Just keep your eye on it. If you have a stand, maybe he'll help you. And you can make it like, I don't know, I was always one of those people who got like the double noodle soup. Now we're gonna shred up this chicken. I'm just gonna grab 2 forks and hold it with one and kind of pull it with the other. That's just gonna get that chicken nice and shredded up. My dog is here. He said, I will help you shred up the chicken, Mom. I will shred it with my teeth. That was him. Once your chicken is all shredded up, if your pasta's still cooking, it's okay to put the chicken back in because you don't want your chicken to get cold for your chicken noodle soup. Here we go. It's coming together nicely. Wouldn't you say so, Stan? You would? Ow! Don't touch your crock pot. Why did I do that? Today is the day of birds. Oh, don't touch it. Why did I feel like, hey Candace, it's okay to touch your crock pot? It's not on fire. It hasn't been on for 4 hours on high. I let those noodles cook a little over 10 minutes and now we are ready to try this. I'm gonna give it a spin. This is the moment Stanley's been waiting for. I'm definitely up for more celery. It's like once you cook it, it just disappears. Stand up. Are you drunk? It's the wine. It's hot. I wanna burn it like I burnt my finger. That is some homemade chickeny noodle soup. Oh, that's yummy. I gotta finish my bowl. Be rude not to. Okay, everybody, that's pretty much it from Stan and myself. We thank you for watching us. Please be sure to subscribe, like this video. You made some chicken noodle soup, you rock, or you watched me make it and you're just hungrier now. Either way, don't forget to subscribe. See you next time. Bye.